Perfect. So hello everyone again. We will have another 20-minute talk entitled Leadership Needs Empathic Applications. So please welcome Tomi Teikko, which is head and founder of Empathic Building in Haltian and speaks to us from Finland. And Gunnar Hansen, that is from Finland, no, from where? Sorry.
Norway, from Norway.
Norway, perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Looking forward to it. I'm going to leave you here whenever you want.
All right. Welcome to our session about empathic applications and future leadership and what kind of decision making is needed. And we are going to concentrate that. But before we go into the actual showcases, we will actually show you a digital twin from our customer office. So you will witness some real things, not only theoretical stuff. But let's start with about what is empathic and what that means in like a decision making. I will concentrate now to the use case related to the safe way of using office space, because it's a really hot topic now. And quite many of our existing customers and future customers are currently now thinking about this, how to create a work environment which is safe and could we use digital to do it. But before we go to the digital, what kind of building is empathic? We have a kind of value proposition for our customers that the office and the work environment which is empathic, it means that the solution knows how employees feel the work environment. Tool that can real-time measure employee experience, that can make empathic decisions. So if you understand how people feel about your work environments and how it should be modified, that it supports perfectly of your daily tasks, you need that data for decision making. And this is what we provide for our customers. It's quite a kind of simple thing. How we deliver it is that we are using the legendary digital twin. We create a digital copy of the work environment and we bring the user interface for the employees to see the data which is typically hidden or in some kind of silos or not visible and not really real time. We bring data visible for the end users, and this is how we make data-driven decisions in our daily operations. And what kind of data-driven decisions they are? Here is the list of the things that we can solve with using digital twin. How you find your colleagues, how you find your documents, how you select the desk you are going to work. And there is multiple things that can reflect your decision, what kind of place you want to work next 1 to 2 hours. It can be indoor air quality. It can be a project you are working with. It can be a feeling that or happiness that employees have created to the digital twin, which can make your decision where you work. It can be like a service ticket related thing. Let me an example. If you go into the meeting room and before you enter there, think about if you see the service ticket visible that there is someone stole the HTML cable, that you cannot make any presentations to the screen, you don't want to enter to that kind of room and have a bad feeling yourself, or in a worst case of scenario, you have your customer with you. So this is what empathic building does. And I will now concentrate to this use case, how you select the desk and how digital twin can help with that. And there is 3 ways you can actually do it. The first level is that you just create the digital twin and maintain the seating order and policies related to the COVID situation as a service. This is typically done when you have dedicated desks and you are not sharing desks. You have a very more traditional ways of working and have enough space for everybody to occupy whatever, like a desk. We make the data visible, and this is very, very commonly used in most of the organizations currently. The second level is that we can enable desk booking. This is typically used in the organizations who gives the freedom for the end users to select, and you are using the desk longer period of time. This is not for ad hoc type of usage, so that you are spending 2 hours or half an hour or something like that, but you typically use desk booking for 1 week or 1 month or so. And the third way is to do it real time using IoT sensors, so that you have an occupancy sensor, wireless sensor under the table, and when you start using the desk, the occupancy information is real time visualized using Empathic Building digital twin for the end users. And now, practical example. We have a customer in the same town in Norway, where we have my colleague Gunnar in Stavanger, Norway. Company is called Subsea 7. So I give now ball to my friend and colleague Gunnar. Could you introduce Subsea 7 and how they are using digital twin?
Sure, I will do that. Thank you. So let me share my screen. Give a moment. Okay, I have 2 seconds here. Okay. Now, Subsea 7 this is an office building in Stavanger, and during this pandemic times, I think it was in May, by end of May, they needed a solution which could help them to show the employees all necessary information of this office, to have a safe, not return to office, but in a safe way, know in advance, if I decide to go one day to the office, what will meet me there, and how should I prepare to go to this office. The strength of Empathic Building is that we can really fast make a 3D model of this building. So they used to only use this building here on the left side, and they decided to spread people out in the 2 different buildings, so everybody got a new place to sit. So the model is we have put now all these desks into the building, and everybody got a new desk, because here they decided not to have free seating in this building, but this we can do both, of course. And preparing to go to the office, everybody was given access to this solution, and they could find out, okay, where is my place now? And Susan's place is here in the main building, in the 2nd floor. And where is my colleagues? And also to be able to show your colleagues that, okay, I'm actually in the office now. So everybody can make a profile, because this is also one difficult task now. If you decide to go to the office one day and you go in there and there's nobody else there, you don't know who is there. So this could be really nice it's important to meet colleagues, and it's important to have some cooperation, because working environment will change after a long period of time. So what we also did here, that was in start of June. We were not allowed to enter this building. So they decided they wanted to have some Haltian sensors under the desks in the cantina. Because can you imagine that if you have people in 24,000 square meter, they cannot arrange lunch and have just a certain amount of people allowed in the cantina. So they wanted to show them how many people are there now and when should I take my lunch in a safe way. If you say that you want to, a group of people take lunch at 11 and another group 11:15, then you will have a big lump of people coming in at the same time. So that's not a good solution. So I was not allowed to enter. So I just prepared everything in advance. I put the sensors by the doorstep and they installed it themselves, plug in the gateway, and then it was live, working immediately. It took them one day to install all of these sensors. And now we can actually, this is live data now. Now we can see that somebody is actually sitting there right now. When they leave the table, they just leave everything on the desk, and the desk will turn yellow, and the cleaning personnel immediately knows, okay, we need to clean this desk and take away everything and clean the desk for the next person. Because what many people do now wrong is that they force people to sit down on the same desk as the previous person to have this distancing solution. But they don't clean the desk after the last person. So this is really important if you want to do this way. Lastly, I want to show you an example, which is, I think it's quite funny. We can generate a report out of the occupancy in the canteen. And not very shocking, the most popular desk is the desk, of course, closest to the food. And the desk here, farthest away from the food, is less popular, and they use it 13.1%. So can you imagine that if you wanted to do this in a free seating environment, you can see which desk is available and which has been in use today, and then you decide to take something else. I will not spend much more time, but I just want to show you that Subsea 7 also has put like the regulations for all the meeting rooms. This room, you are allowed to have maximum 9 people. Where are the dispensers? How much are they used? And so forth and so forth. So back to you, Tomi.
Yeah. So with the digital twin, we really create and make the invisible, typically invisible data visible. Let's have another example that will explain how you can use real-time data for this kind of safe ways of returning to the office and making sure that it's safe to use the office. I hope you can see the screen. Gunnar, can you confirm that you see this digital twin? Okay. This is another customer having a 21,000 square meter campus in Finland. And here we can instantly see that there is a free seating. And what they have implemented is the sensors under each table. So immediately you can see which desk are in use. You can see the real-time utilization. So with here, employees can follow the utilization, seeing that there is a 12% of the desk used in floor 7. And if you feel and want to use more safer area, you select the floor 4, which only have 2% of the desk currently in use. We also can, here you can see an example of distance, social distancing. So we can highlight if people are working too close to each other. So this is a tool for the end users that they can immediately see which desk has been used today, and they can safely then select the desk which has not been in use. And in this campus, every day, after every working day, the cleaning company comes and they clean the desks used today. Not all of them, like you typically do if you don't have this data available. So, but the desks which has been in use. And actually the whole service price of Empathic Building is paid back with the saved hours of cleaning when you do it for need-based not schedule-based, which is the typical way of how you do this cleaning process. Another example I have, if you don't have a sensors and you don't want to implement sensors, this is you can enable also desk booking. So if you want to give the end users freedom to select where they work, let's say that you have an activity-based office, but now half of your employees are working from home, so you have enough desks to have dedicated desk. You can, for example, enable desk booking. So people have still freedom to select where they want to work, and then you can book the desk for one day ad hoc way, or you can book the desk, for example, for next Thursday or whatever. So just by clicking and booking the desk. And also what you can do is that you can visualize the desk. So you can, if you have a campus team or headquarters have some kind of active facility team, they can also do everything as a service. If employee says that I want to have a desk for 1 week, the team of people can then create like a seating order, like Gunnar just showed that where you have a pre-bookings and visuals, which desks are currently in use and which are free for end users to take. All right, that's it about the demonstrations and with live data. Let's check the questions.
Thank you very much, Tomi and Gunnar. Truly interesting. So I want to encourage the audience to ask questions. You can do it via video or via the chat. I think we have some questions in the chat that you can answer in the meantime. This
is a really good question. How do digital twin help to create a new blend between working in office and elsewhere? Really good question. You know, how we combine remote work and physical work. We actually have one good idea for how to do it, and I can show you. When we create a digital world or digital copy of the office, it means that you actually don't need to have any boundaries to your building. In this campus, as an example, we have a remote roof, which is a floor 9. The campus has 8 floors. So we created the floor number 9, which is called remote roof. And then the people working outside of the office, what they can do is that they can check in to this remote roof remotely and start working together, but not being physically in the same place. We have also created virtual rooms where you have these kind of sessions ongoing where you can participate, like a virtual coffee machine. We have one customer who has created a coffee machine 1, 2, and 3 to the digital environment, where it is like a Teams space or Zoom meeting where you can just enter. You can remotely see how many participants currently are around the coffee machine. You can join in from home and you can work together. So these are few examples how you can combine the digital and virtual working to the physical work environment.
There is also questions about privacy, of course, and the solution here is GDPR approved. We have delivered this in 16 countries. Everybody has a possibility to make their own profile, and it's not mandatory, of course, to share your name or face or private information. So we have examples of that in the office in Finland, where some choose to share their information and some do not. We don't track people. We just enable you to share the information if you want to.
Yeah. It's like a social media. It's an end user decision what they want to share. There was a question about the indoor air quality. Okay, let's take that. very good question. So our visualization can also visualize if you can call it weather map type of visualization of the temperature information. And our use case here is that the end users can select the work desk also based on the temperature information. You can also run environmental reports about the temperature or humidity or CO2 levels in a certain period of time, and we can make the visualization. This is very useful, for example, in the situations where you have problems with indoor air quality and you want to fix those problems. And there was a question about connection to the Microsoft Teams. Yes, we have good integrations already done with Microsoft O365 Cloud. So we can bring the content from Teams into the floor plan, so that, for example, if you have a chat channels related to the physical space, we can make that chat channel visible also in digital twin. And typically our company customers who are large corporations, they are enabling the AD authentication from Microsoft Cloud and also the Exchange integration to show the room booking information on digital twin. So yeah, we have a good integrations with multiple platforms and especially for Microsoft Cloud.
There is also a question about booking of desk. Is this really the future? And the answer to that is you can do both, of course.
Yes.
In some part of the building, maybe you want somebody to be able to pre-book a desk because you want to cooperate with somebody. But in other parts, and the best way of doing this is if you have free seating, of course. Then you can choose whatever desk which has not been in use today, and you will know that it's safe to use this desk.
Yeah, desk booking is typically used in situations where you want to give a desk for the end user for a longer period of time and still keep the freedom for end user to select, instead of, for example, facility or HR, or your boss is saying that now, Tomi, you are sitting there, and like an old way of approaching. So, but like Gunnar said, we have customers having multiple ways of doing the desk booking, so to say, automated by sensor booking or dedicated desk, and all of these can be used in the same campus. So you don't have a one way to do it. And because everything is digital, you can change it daily. So that's not a costly issue that you need to now select one way of booking desk for next 2 years. No, you can change the policies and way of booking desk in a daily basis.
So what an example of that is also in Subsea 7, which I showed you. They have projects going on in the different parts of the building. So to be able to search for where is this certain project sitting right now, and it's quite dynamic, so it can extend and also be less amount of space they need from day to day. Yeah.
Then there is
No, so we have 5 minutes left. If you want to wrap up with the last question or anything.
Yeah, let's take one question. There is a very good question about what does Haltian bring to the table, and why there is this kind of question is that the audience who doesn't know, this empathic building was created inside of Tieto Erbri Corporation as an internal startup, and as me as a founder, we sold together with Tieto. We made a decision to sold this business to another company. So we are part of the Haltian company now. And the reason why we joined Haltian is that they have an ambition to develop empathic building into the next level. They have a best hardware on this planet created in Finland which fits to our offering perfectly, and they have an investor who wants us to grow global. Those were the reasons why we joined, and that's what Haltian brings us. It brings us euros and passion to grow global.
And also, a really important thing to mention here is that we have been and will in the continuation be agnostic solution. So, of course, if you have sensors already running or want something else than the Haltian sensors, feel free to do so.
Yes.
Yeah,
but we have noticed now working with this smart office and smart office, smart buildings environment. I have not met a customer who has some kind of preference about the IoT. They just want everything to work. And they want to have a full end-to-end solution. So, well, of course, if you already have a data and sensors, we are like Gunnar said, easy to integrate with.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Tomi and Gunnar. We will just start in 2 minutes the other session, so I will leave you here in case anyone has another question.
I want to answer another question about parking and what we can do to combine stuff. So I want to show this in this Subsea 7 site where we are doing this right now. Let me see if I find the right floor. It's first floor. Yeah, here they have all the chargers of the electrical chargers. And this is the parking environment. And what we are planning to do here is also to have sensors to see the availability of parking in that building. And also we will integrate to the power suppliers of all these chargers, so you can be able to monitor and also see the footprint about all the employees in the building out of utilization data, how they get to work, and occupancy, and how much electricity you use, and garbage, and all of that.
Yeah. Data is beautiful, especially when you visualize it very nicely. And this is the power of empathic building. We make data look beautiful. Like Gunnar, my dear friend and colleague.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I haven't prepared that, but also I want to mention that we have done 130,000 square meter hospital building recently.
Yeah,
so
that
really big,
beautiful,
really big campus sites. We did that in 2.5 months because we had to do a lot with the drawings, but the capability here is huge. So yeah,
we need another session for that.
We do.
Thanks, Gunnar, and thanks for all the audience. It was a pleasure to meet you, and maybe after 1 year we will meet in Amsterdam, physical. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So bye from Finland.
Bye-bye.